Welcome to the Sano International Cricket Ground. Excuse me, on what is a wonderful day here in Sano, around 24 degrees. You may hear some music in the background. There's some activities on offer down here at the ground today. This is game 2 of today's matches. Earlier this morning, Japan won by 180 runs, setting 223 as a total, and just restricting Mongolia to 43 for 10. On a positive note for Mongolia, they did bat 18 of their 20 overs, so there's a silver lining. They are improving game by game. This is game 6 of the series. Game 3, of course, being abandoned, but games 1, 2, 4, and 5 have all gone Japan's way in convincing manners. The highest number of runs scored by Japan was this morning's match, setting 223 for 7. However, it was also Mongolia's highest total, 43, previously being bowled out in match 1 for 33, match 2 for 12, and match 4 for 26. So improvements there from Mongolia, and they are new to the cricketing world. Has been mentions on our YouTube channel. It will take time to develop the game there, and who knows where they'll be in 10 years' time. We've certainly seen some nations rise quickly in cricket and others take a while. From New Zealand, where I'm from, well, it took New Zealand 26 years to win their first test match. So in terms of other nations, Afghanistan made a very quick rise to international cricket and competed at the top level now. Afghanistan, a dream story in terms of picking up the game, learning the game from Pakistan. But cricket in Asia is strong. And in terms of Japan, well, it's progressing year by year. The recent Japan Premier League, which was held last weekend for 3 days, has probably been the strongest yet. They had professional player Josh Burns out here playing, who I got the pleasure of commentating on, watching him score a quick 124 runs. I believe 13 sixes were scored that day, one memory left in the tea room, just damaging the exterior. But on to today's game, Alistair Katawaki-Fleming. Well, he made his debut in this morning's matches and a good contribution with the bat. You'll feel a little less nervous perhaps in game 2. But you can see the teams there outlined for you. A couple of changes in both squads. The idea of rotating the squad members through so everyone has an opportunity, and different plans in effect, I guess, for different bowlers used or batting lineup. We've seen different batsmen for both teams in the top order, the opening bats. Just repeating the news, Japan did win the toss and have elected to bat. Fair decision, really. And perhaps it's the way of maximising their learnings for Mongolia, being in the field for 20 overs. Every ball is a learning opportunity. For the Japan team, Lachlan Yamamoto Lake having a rest, as well as Benjamin Ito Davis and Declan Suzuki McComb. So often those three are found in the top order. So a bit of a change today for Japan. It'll probably be Alex Shirai Patmore opening. And alongside him, well, we'll just wait for the confirmation. But looks to me like Sakurano Thomas, number 6, off strike. And for the Mongolian team, well, looks to be Mohan Vivekanandan. He bowled well in the couple of overs. He got to beat the bat of Sabo Ravichandran a couple of times. It was not an easy thing to do. On strike, though, is Kato Stafford. So, yeah, new lineup in terms of Japan with the bat. It's good when you win a series as convincing as this. I guess the coach is given a bit of freedom to try different things, give opportunities. It's struck and could be out first. It is. It's a wicket first over. And Mongolia strike. Well, Vivian Kanandan, well, he just dug it in short, really, and seen it sit up. Kazuma Stafford had a go at it. He would probably admit he didn't get all of that at all, and just flew into deep square. It was quite a way in off the boundary, so he didn't have to move too much. But the first wicket falls, and Captain Sakurano Thomas will be joined by, we'll wait and see, but first punch thrown by Mongolia in this game. No runs on the board and a wicket taken. So they'll be aiming to win this match, of course. Other than that, they'll be try to take 10 wickets from Japan. Their best was game 2 and game 5. They took 7 wickets. I've yet to bowl Japan out, who have always batted their allotted 20. Already a wicket to Mohan on the wicket columns list. I believe that pushes him up to 4 wickets taken in the series. Shirai Patmore, more accustomed to someone we see opening. Inside edge, the first ball. Flies out to short fine. He's just on a sort of 45-degree angle there to Patmore. They want to keep it tight to Alex, like that. It's a good delivery. This time, Alex manages to push him off the back foot, sort of behind point for a single. Sakurano's quick enough to get down there safely, which will bring him on strike. Lovely day here at Sano, 27 degrees. And bit of a breeze blowing across the ground. That'll come from your camera from top right to bottom left. So one remaining in the over for the bowler. Sakurano drives out to the covers and will scamper through for a single. Into the over. 2 runs off it, 1 wicket. Good start for Mongolia. They'll need to continue with this momentum if there are any chance to beat Japan here in Game 6. Sakurano cuts off the back foot and behind point for 1, 2. Depending on how quick they are, they may pick up a third. They do. Just looking at some of our YouTube comments from Ben and foregone conclusion. Yeah, it's probably won't help Japan lift in rankings for ICC. It will keep them where they are. But 7 games needed for a nation to play within a certain period to get ICC rankings. So, Ben, you're right. Mongolia will enter the list of rankings, which is usually updated weekly. They'll probably come in around 90, perhaps 92. Better straight ball to Patmore, who just pushes it onto the onside. Local time here just after 2. It's 27 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. So good conditions, and as I say, quite a bit of a breeze coming over the bowler's left shoulder. Patmore just turns onto the onside. Fine leg, no, it will be deep point fielding the ball. Japan, I guess, aiming towards the goal of 200, 220 plus. They'll have their own standards they want to keep to. The opposition may not be giving them as many challenges as expected, but they will have their own goals within the team. This time Patmore misses, beats the bat. Good delivery from Eden Bogan. He now sits top of the ladder in terms of wickets taken in the series. He's currently on 9. In fact, no, that will be Kazuma. Drives, but it's thickish outside edge. Safe though, always along the ground. I will update the current standings in terms of wickets for the series, but Kazuma Kato Stafford, of course, getting wickets earlier on. Final ball of the over for Inderbogan. Big swing and miss from Sakurano Thomas to end the over, 8 for 1. So the wicket takers for the series, actually, Charlie Hines is up there on 9 wickets. We have 3 tied for leading wicket taker. Charlie Hines on 9, Kazuma Kato Stafford on 9, and also Undu Bagan on 9, each of them. Wide and full and driven through the covers for 4 runs. It's a quick outfield here at Sano. speeds away, brings up a boundary for Japan. Nice reach and extension of the arms, hitting through the ball as Shirai Patmore picked the gap beautifully. Just a little astray was Mohan. This is better. Probably see the flags in the distance, sort of looking the top right end of your camera or your picture. It's quite a strong breeze now coming across the ground. With the right-hander on strike, Mohan's just changing around his field. Sakurano on strike. Just faced the three balls. Drives out to long off for a single. They think about a second, but we hope to see an improvement in the Mongolian field. This morning's match, they dropped a couple early on, but did improve in their end of their overs by taking a couple of good catches. Something they'll probably put a circle around when they return home as a work on catching, fielding practice. This is short, but it stays low in the pitch. Driven, they will be quick enough to come back for two. Mohan bowling from the school end here at Sano. Bit of a misfield. Will it result in an extra run? No, it will not. Just the one taken. True, dropped. Must go down as a chance, a tough chance at that, but Sakurano looking to go aerial through the covers and short cover there. Well, he got a hand on it, but unable to hold on. End of the over, 17 for 1. Japan taking out a couple of their big stars with the bat. There's no Kendall Karuaki Fleming. I believe Kendall perhaps has moved on, returned home to Queensland, or is else travelling in Japan, but unavailable for today. So Lachlan also, Yamamoto Lake, been rested in this game. Declan Suzuki, who we've seen open in earlier games. So there's opportunities for other bats. Shirai Patmore often there at the top. He also has come in later in the innings. Quick single being taken here. An appeal. And not too far away. Good work from Mongolia in the field. We have seen improvement from them from game to game. And so better than the morning game. They batted 18 overs. Certainly better than the previous 8 overs, 12 overs or 15 overs. So, yeah, they're improving. It's great to see. Armament up against Sakurano Thomas. And bit of bounce. It's over the bat and inside that line. So a dot ball for Mongolia. Hope you're enjoying today's coverage. Do subscribe to the Japan channel, the YouTube channel. Here comes Armament, and he's pulled for 4 runs from Sakurano. Good shot. My man, he just got a bit short here, and Sakurano into position quickly. And just dispatched it for four. Have done a good job up until now, have Mongolian, limiting runs being scored. Japan have started heavily in all previous games, but they've started well, Mongolia. Apart from the last ball, how will they go here? Can they keep the momentum? It's given a wide. Japan, their target, I guess, will be 200 plus. It may not really be about numbers. It'll be just more about batting, doing the basics right, creating partnerships, making good decisions, communication, running well between wickets. There'll be a list that the Dougal and his coaching team have, little checklists. This is driven into the ground out to deep cover for a single. Sorry, cover on the 30-yard circle. Still inside the power play here. Armament comes into Patmore and it's wide outside off. Patmore stretching, trying to get some bat onto it where it'd fly away. It's a third man, but it was too wide. You have to bowl that one again. Swept down to fine leg. Just a pull shot really off the back foot, but nice balance from Patmore showing. Just needed to get something on it. The final ball in the over. A yes and a call of no. End of over, 26 for one. 4 overs gone, so 2 overs remain in the power play. Mongolia doing probably one of their better starts of the series. Just having a look at the ICC rankings, and they're a little bit. My app is a different reading, has 91 teams ranked, but on the website there are 86 teams, with Croatia at number 86. So Mongolia perhaps will enter the rankings in and around that spot. And the same website, Japan are ranked at 49. So over 40 points, 40 ranking positions difference here. Just shows you perhaps why the series hasn't been as close. But back live, Sakurano, he's gone to pull, could be caught, is caught, taken. Another wicket falls here at Sano. And I think Sakurano struck it nicely. It's just that fine leg, who's quite square there, was in a position able to get round and take the catch. And a good one for Mongolia, one that sticks. It's important they start well here in terms of taking wickets or catching, taking their catches presented, their opportunities. So 2 wickets down, Japan, 39 on the board. This is the sixth and final over, of the power play. Four runs to Ravi Chandran. Won't be 4 runs he remembers in terms of some of the shots he's played over the week, but 4 runs nonetheless, edged between keeper and slip. 4 more to the Japan's total. Well, another wicket for Ndimbogan. He really is having a good series here. Now sits at the top. Another good ball, actually. Just bit it will be called wide, but moved off the seam. Just a little bit too short. If there's another foot up the pitch, it would have caused a lot of strife. Ndimbogan is currently on 10 wickets for the series, which takes him one above Kato Stafford and Hines. If he can get a couple more here, really exert some pressure on Japan, their middle to late order, his team would be thrilled. Instead, it's set out to Point, who fields well. There is backing up there for Mongolia. So, successful over really for Mongolia. Wicket, it's 44 for 2, 6 gone. End of the power play. Japan currently scoring around 7 and over. Comment off our YouTube channel around Ryan Drake. Surprised not to see him. Yeah, I think Ryan Drake was unavailable for the series. Very pace bowler, probably Japan's quickest. He'll be in Sydney, unavailable for this series. If you're watching, hi Ryan, hope you're well. Hope the folks are well. Hope you're enjoying the series, even though it's a bit one-sided. What can Mongolia do? Can they continue to take wickets here? Just climbs into this, does Ravichandran, and climbs in with a late cut. 4 runs. Bit of bounce here off the wicket. Ryan Drake will be loving seeing that. As I say, just Ravichandran gets on his tippy toes and plays the shot well. Should I Pat Moore and Ravichandran? Certainly a partnership Mongolia will be looking to break. It's critical if they're to keep them under that 200 mark that they take one or both of these wickets as we see a wide down leg side. Final game of the series is tomorrow, 11 o'clock. I believe the time is due to get underway. So the series is all wrapped up, of course, by Japan having won 4 games thus far of the 7-match series. 1 game being abandoned. Still a lot to play for in terms of Mongolia striving to improve and progress, and for Japan, well, to get their selection right. They have some big tournaments coming up this year, one in particular in South Korea. They will want to choose the best 15-man squad. Once upon a time, Japan used to be a lot of all-rounders who would bat and bowl, but the depth that's been created from JCA is perhaps having players focus on their primary task, whether that's with bat or ball. But the international series they'll be looking forward to is the one in September. It's the East Asia Pacific T20 qualification round, playing teams in South Korea. Just as we watch Turmeric come in, it's been cut. Ravichandran cut well for 4 runs. Thought the fielder might have made it in the end. He did well to cover the amount of ground. He is sweeping out in the cover region. But that ball, as you see, just raced along the carpet. Yeah, games in South Korea against hosts, as well as the Philippines and Indonesia. Better bouncing again, this time driven out to the deep cover. Another single to the total. It will be a round-robin format where they play each other twice, with the winner going through to the second and final round, I guess, of the EAP, East Asia Pacific qualifying route, where they would probably play Papua New Guinea, the strongest country at the moment in this region, and perhaps a winner between the Pacific nations, Vanuatu, Samoa, Fiji, Cook Islands, Tonga. So a competition to look forward to, and we wish Japan success. As I say, this series, a stamping point, I guess, for the coach and the selectors to think about who will make up that squad to travel to South Korea. Lovely shot. One of them will certainly be Sabarish Ravichandran as he continues. Big appeal here, but I think he is well home. The dive helped. Nice dive. And certainly was needed for what was a close call. Yeah, Ravichandran, a very good cricketer here domestically, has been for his club, Tigers, as well as South Kanto, and his national team, of course. Seems to always contribute in the big games, does Sabo, and Oh, here he is again. I will go update you as to the highest run scorers later in the tournament. Pretty sure somebody will be that person. This one's down leg for no run. Sabarish is at the top of the series table in terms of runs. He's clicked over 200. Behind him is Kendall Fleming. He only played the 3 matches though, Kendall. Wataru Miyauchi in third place and Koji Hargrave Arbe. Crunched. The cameraman's lost that, but it's in front of point. And in the end, it was the sweeper out there who cut that off the boundary up before the batsman completed 2 runs. This is better from Mongolia in the previous games. They've certainly... Japan has got off to a flyer. Japan often have been trekking above that 10 runs and over mark, but at the moment they are just below 9. Somewhat of a victory to Mongolia. Shidai Patmore has been out there for 20 balls now. Is coming down the wicket, reaches to play through the covers, picks out the gap. The sweeper will keep it to just the 1 run though. Bit of an overthrow opportunity? No, not taken. It seemed a bit of a wild throw. Quite a distance from the stumps, so as I say, it'll be one thing Mongolia will look to work on their return home for future games and fixtures, and that's their fielding, taking catches, and just the ground fielding work. Comes down, he's just dug it out to point, deep point. So, game 6 of the series, final game tomorrow. Japan currently leading the series 4-0. Patmore on strike. Amar Amand, good straight delivery, attacking the stumps. And difficult length for Patmore to dig that out, but he does so. Comes back for a good 2. Yeah, Timulin has bowled pretty well. He's had periods where he's put 3 or 4 balls together that have been right on the money, so definitely a bowler they can work with. There he go, beats the bat there, just a exclaim of disappointment. End of the over, 69, 8 gone for Japan, run rate just above 8.5. Beautiful fine day, 27 degrees. Ravichandran on strike, pushes into the covers. They'll take one, think about a second, and come back for a second. It's good running. Another strong part of Japan's game is running between the wickets. A lot of the players are fit and agile and quick. Clunked again through the covers, but there's a sweeper out there who's covering sort of point around to mid-off region. He's sort of deep cover position, perhaps a little squarer. But yeah, apart from a couple of horror runouts in Hong Kong for Japan, they run pretty well together in the wicket. The more games they play with each other, they'll become better at it. As I say, there were a couple of horror runouts in Hong Kong which just cost the team. This time it's wide and Patmore cuts a full toss directly in points area. It's a wonderful shot and execution, and Alex Shirai Patmore continues to impress here. He's been given some loose balls, and you don't want to do that to Patmore. Very strong. Square of the wicket on the offside and onside. Can flick here easily for fine as well. He's got certain areas he's very strong in. One's his cut shot, cutting forward of point or behind point, guiding it down to third man. Is strong in that area, so they really need to keep it tight to Patmore. Could be a telling point for Mongolia and what sort of score this ends up to be. They really need to take one of these two wickets. Both experienced batsmen. Played a lot of games for Japan. They know this wicket very well, so if Mongolia want to keep the score under 200, they need to strike here. Maybe go bang bang. Otherwise it could be another 200 plus score for them. Chance for a run out and gone out, just as I talked about earlier on, the good strength of Japan's running between the wickets. Wow, another commentator's curse for the weekend. A mix-up here. A better line from Narambata, but just another mix-up. And, well, in the end, Sabarish stood his ground and said no, turned Patmore back, who unfortunately wasn't quick enough to get back. Wicket taken, and they'll be happy with that, Mongolia. I think that could be the first run out. I will check on that, but always good to create a run out opportunity, executing the return, and keeping calm in certain moments, and they did that in the dismissal of Alex. He'll be a bit gutted. He was looking a sure 50 the way he was batting. He's batting at a good nick too. So wicket falls, and well, for Mongolia, keeping this target under 200, perhaps under 180, they'll be thrilled with in terms of their progress. Oh, comes off the seam and yeah, played nicely out of the covers. It won't go all the way, but nice shot anyway from Alistair Karawaki Fleming, new to the wicket. That's his first ball. Ravi Chandran involved in a run out with Alex Rai Patmore. Fleming again gets down well and plays the shot nicely late. And perhaps the batsman, just the two. I was still thinking about a third there, but comfortable, happy with that. Fleming just taking some time to check the field, become aware of their positions. Bit of a strong breeze coming over the bowler's left shoulder, and that's come off the glove. And a bit of a mix-up again, and in the end, both batsmen safely back to the ground. But a great delivery there from Shirin Skeg. Yeah, seemed nicely off, came back at Fleming, and in the end he did well just to defend to keep it down off the gloves. Not a bad start here from the bowler, coming off the mountain end. This time he's a bit falling down leg. They appeal, but it was never going to be. And an overthrow opportunity. Sabarish calls Alistair through for another single. Good awareness. These two are probably going to try and build a partnership, perhaps. They'll continue to attack Mongolia. There's plenty of loose balls on offer to do so. And there is one ball remaining in the over. Shirin Skeg. Sun on his back here in Sano, coming in from the mountain end. It's not a bad line length, but it's clobbered by Fleming down to long on. It'll bring the end of the over. 87 for 3. Run rate just under 9. 10 over mark, so teams will take a moment here. I believe they have 2 minutes. I'll just check on that. Perhaps not. Perhaps it was just the last game. So 10 overs done for Japan. They could be heading towards their lowest total for the series. Previous games, on game 1 they had 199, game 2 217, game 4 they were just chasing 26, so they made 27, but game 5 223. their highest total. So we'll just, yeah, the average here about 210, just over that 200 mark. Japan really haven't needed too much of their lower order to perform. Will they have to do so today? We'll find out. Lutbaya back in for his second over, wide down leg. He had a magical ball against Yamamoto Lake this morning. Just swung in, taking out leg stump. It was a good delivery from him, and he'll be looking to repeat it. He just often gets a little bit too straight, and the swing on the movement he's getting is taking it down leg side for wide. So just needs to bowl that sixth stump line. See a lot of perhaps dignitaries out on ground too, taking a look at the wicket. Probably heard speeches going on in the microphone earlier on. But great to see as many people down here as possible. If you are in and around Sano, do come down and watch. There is a game tomorrow, 11 a.m., the final game of the series. Do come and watch and support Japan. Advancing down the wicket, and a half chance for caught and bowled, but safe in the end for Karawaki Fleming. Bowler just explaining to his teammate that he got a finger to that. Difficult chance it would have been. It came back at 100 knots. This time bowling to Ravi Chandran. Starts on a good line, but it's too full. And Ravi Chandran, well, he loves it there. Over the past 2 weeks, I've seen many a shot from Saurabh Ravichandran hit over the covers, over or through. This one, another example just of a lovely shot. Lutbaya, which his comeback ball, just dies a bit. And Ravichandran does well to play a relatively crossbat shot to a ball that was dying. Just didn't get up as much. It was good enough to clamp down on it. Big swing and edge, but falling well short of fly slip. Back a long way. And after that, well, looks like he's coming out of fly slip into a traditional slip, so quite deep. Certainly a genuine edge. Just didn't carry, though, to position of the fielder. Comes down again, the wicket. Misses. There's a big appeal for a caught behind, but not given. And end of the over. 11 gone, 96 on the board. Mongolia doing a pretty good job here restricting Japan. Still a lot of batting talent to come for Japan. even without their big stars, they still have other very capable batsmen to come in. Koji Hargrave Abe, Ibi Takahashi, Kiefer Yamamoto Lake can hit a long ball, Taniyama. They are creating a lot of depth, especially in the batting department for Japan and bowling, both facets. Ooh, just stood up and played the shot well in the end, did Ravi Chandran, but a bit aerial. Heading towards an interesting finish here in the first innings for Japan. I'll be wanting to try and accelerate this run rate and get up around 190, 200. But Mongolia doing a lot better in terms of their fielding. Bowling better lines. I'm seeing less extras. They certainly seem to be a team that are improving game by game. I'd love to see them take on the likes of China following this. I think it would be a good battle between the two nations, and possibly you would see games that Mongolia can win. As been mentioned, they're starting their cricketing journey, and who knows where they'll be in 10 years' time. I've seen countries such as Afghanistan, the cricket explode and become stronger and stronger, and Nepal as well. Nepal has certainly been a team, the UAE, a lot of the nations in Asia, not your traditional powers of Pakistan or India or Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, but other nations certainly improve in rankings. Oman, Hong Kong. It's great to see, and most definitely the strongest confederation in the world, the ACC. Alistair Fleming made his debut this morning. This is game number 2 for Japan for him. This plays lately out too long off. Important period here for Mongolia, not to let Japan get away. They've started this over well. Another good ball, but it's just wiped off the pads, bouncing short of a fine leg, is square. Eight overs remain here at Sano International Ground. Hi to viewers around the world, fan code in the Indian subcontinent or YouTube. Do subscribe, if not to one of the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly Twitter. A lot more content of Japanese cricket coming up. The T20 league, the domestic league, kicks off around July, August here. But prior to that, we have the Women's Premier League. We have around about 10 or 12 international players coming along to that. So that kicks off, I believe, next weekend. Driven by Sabarish and driven through the point region for 4 runs. Just the class of the man, finding the gaps, executing where there are no fielders. See an example here. It's been dissected between those two fielders for another 4. He goes on to 35, just coming off 21 balls. He's going along nicely. Can he add another 50? Comes down the wicket, lifts him high and long for 6 runs. As you see the Mongolian flag flying there, the Kingdom of Mongolia. Lovely flag waving in the breeze as we observe the ball just sail by. Hit with a lovely stroke from Sabaresh Ravichandran. Moves up to 41 now, just batting just under a 200 strike rate. Short, pulled, might be, is caught, but is caught over the boundary. 6 runs. Another stunning shot from Sabaresh. Bang, bang, bang. 4, 6, 6. He really is in some class. We saw it last weekend in the JPL, and well, I'm sure I hope the Mongolian fielder was aware that it was outside the boundary and hence unable to be dismissed. This time he comes down the wicket to full ball and he does well. Sabaresh just to squeeze it away onto the offside for a single. Often the class of the player is after hitting consecutive boundaries is then finding a single just to stay at the wicket, not completely lose their head or continue to turn the strike over. Ably to do so with Kendall Karawaki Fleming at the other end. They're going along nicely, these two. They've built a good partnership. And that basic score of the 200 point, well, that's back on target. Lovely shot here from Fleming. Sorry, just observing that. Here's the replay. Comes down the wicket, steadies the base, and then just hits the bowler straight over his head. 4 runs. The mid-on there is quite squarish. Karawaki Fleming probably aware of that and just slapped him over the bowler's head. Nice shot, 4 runs. Japan continue their onslaught here. This time he's coming down the wicket, pulls more squarely, and long on will cover that for a single. Coming back for 2. Good running there. Good to see Japan continuing to push. 13 overs gone, 126 on the board. .42 balls left there, and ball 42, that disc has been punched. Lovely shot. And Ravichandran, well, that's his 50. Congratulations to him. Yet another milestone. Someone who is just setting alight Japanese cricket. Fabulous shot. And wow. If these two continue to stay at the wicket for the next 5-6 overs, then Japan will surely pass that 200 mark. Batting well together, these two. Came together at 78 for 3. So Another 50 partnership. Better ball here from the bowler, and it's just guided down to short third man for a single. Brings Alistair Karawaki-Fleming back on strike. Perhaps his brother is tuning in to watch the broadcast. Hello, if you are, Kendall. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Enjoying watching your brother play. I'm sure you'd love to be out there. Pulls onto the onside. So Mongolia have continued to improve, though, over the series. They will return home having been better for the experience. They may go home without a win, but they certainly now know the level of international cricket, where they stand. We hope to see them playing more cricket in the near future. Not easy to organise sometimes as an associate nation, but great for Japan to put on this series between the two nations. Comes down the wicket in the end, finds it's not quite at a right length and manages to squeeze down on it. Gets the toe of the bat through to the keeper for no run. Final ball of the over. $134 for 3. So Japan again in a good position going into their final overs. 6 overs remain. Quick drink being run out to Sabarish and Alistair. Just after 3 p.m. local time here. It's 28 degrees. The weather tomorrow looks good, especially in the morning, so we will get our 7th and final match of the series underway. 11 a.m. Do join in. Karawaki-Fleming on strike. It's short. It's punished. It may be a chance. No, it's too good. It's 6 runs. Down to the VIP tent down there. Just used his power and just muscled it, really. The ball was dug in short, and he just found a good base, used his strength and muscled it over long on. 6 runs. Takes Karawaki-Fleming up to 27 now. Of course, this is played late and played well. 2 runs. Another 2 runs to the total of Alistair's. This is Mohan Vivekanandan again. He's bowled pretty well in the in this morning's game and today. Fleming just goes down on one knee and sort of punches, sweeps for another 2 runs. He's batting well here. Only made his debut in this morning's match, so already a second contribution in today's match. I get to go along with his one this morning. driven down to long off, who's in off the rope pretty quickly, limiting a second run. So, yeah, game by game, Mongolia seem to be improving. They've held more catches in this match as their previous days. Nice run and good bowling here from Mohan. He's got that variation he can bowl. Just keeps the batsman a bit more watchful of his ability. This time, Fleming plays out another 2 runs will be picked up. If the miss, yes, just the 2. But those 2 take Japan's total up to 148. 30 balls remaining in the innings. Japan dearly would love to get above that 200 mark, so a little challenge for them perhaps. Good partnership this one between the 2. After an earlier run out with Patmore and Ravichandran. Heading into the 5 overs with 7 wickets in hand, you can expect some fireworks from Japan. They will look to be very aggressive in these final 30 balls. Comes down the wicket, whips it away to the onside. Slight misfield. May cost another run, no. Just the 2 taken. Been out there a while, these 2, and some pretty warm temperatures. 27 here today. Perhaps just content with how they're going along. Pushing for a 3rd would have been a big ask. But this is Temulen Amamand again for us here. His final over of his spell. It's blasted. Is it over 6? Is it? It is. Big 6. Over the covers. Lovely shot, Sabarish. Wonderful to watch. The replay of it. Amamand comes in. Sabarish walking down the wicket, but just finding a solid base and heading through the ball. I didn't actually see it land, but well over onto ground 2. The carnage continues of Sabarish. This time inside edge, but lucky. Not close to the stumps, but definitely not where he wanted it to go, that one. 156 on the board. Looking to be aggressive. Good challenge here for Temulen. Again, inside edge. This time our Flemings flies away down fine. Will fly. No, kept in. Bit of footwork. Don't know how good Mongolia are at football, but a bit of style showing there. Just keeping it back in. Saving the boundary. Batsman did complete 3. But a couple of inside edges here from Amamand. He'll be encouraged by this. 2 balls remaining. Love to try and break this partnership for his team. Sabarish walks down the wicket, hits straight, doesn't get all of it, and mid-off for a moment. He made some great ground on getting there. He almost turned it into a chance, but safely it falls, and Another 2 runs to Sabarish. He moves to 66 now. This 200 looks on for these two. Mongolia going to restrict the 200 plus, then they really need to take a wicket. Mid-on fielding that for a single. And that is the end of the over. 162 on the board, 4 remaining. The run rate has climbed now above that 10, just above 10. So 200's on. Ideally, Mongolia will want to take 2 or 3 wickets to finish the innings off, just to keep it respectable for them. Try and again improve in one facet of the game by restricting Japan as many runs as they've scored previously. The lowest score Japan has hit has been the 199 in terms of batting first. Full toss and punished. Didn't really get it, didn't execute it as well as he had wanted, Sabarish, but another single to his total. Fleming on strike, 37 now of his 24. Both batting at a good rate here. Just driven down to long off for another single. Yeah, both going at, Sabarish is going at 200 strike rate, and Alistair's over 150, so valuable partnership this one for Japan. They came together at 78 for 3, so they're not far away from putting a 100 partnership up together. Sabarish giving himself room, hitting down to long off. Just the 1 run taken. Swiped and swiped for 6. 4, sorry. So almost, the projection was a bit higher than I thought. But just looking out there at the boundary rope, it wasn't too far short. In the end, just bouncing once before crossing. 4 runs given, but a wonderful shot. Whether 4 or 6, Fleming continues to roll on here. Now on 42. This time it's just punished straight and a beat mid-on. Oh, sorry, that would be mid-wicket. Mid-on, long on came round to save that. He's had a very good day, has Alistair Karawaki Fleming. His debut this morning, scoring 28 or so, and now coming in here and scoring 43 odd. He'll want to keep going for his team. They have 18 balls remaining after this one, and that one being quite a lucky one for Sabarish. just got himself a bit tied up there. And byes have been signalled, so not off the bat. End of the over, 18 balls remain, 173 Japan. Will they get over that 200 score? I'm sure they'll be still targeting 200, 210. A score they'll be very comfortable and being confident to defend. But there will be other goals within the team that they'll be focused on, just trying to execute to the best of their ability and continuing to improve as a squad and as a team. As mentioned earlier, their big game comes up, with their big tournament is in September later this year in South Korea. Phase 1 of qualifying for the T20 World Cup 2026. Of course, T20 World Cup 2024 will be getting underway in less than a month now. Chance, but I just have to look at. I don't think we'll get a replay of that. As in the book, it'll see read as 2 runs. Udin Bagan, he's been one of their best bowlers. He is for Mongolia. Currently 1 for 13. This is third over. So he will be responsible for bowling this over in number 19. Driven for 4 runs. Good shot from Alistair Fleming. And that'll take him on to 49. Just one short of a milestone 50, inaugural 50 for wearing the Japan colours. Can he get there? One more run needed. Just clobbered. It was from Karawaki Fleming. So 49. Can he get the milestone? Bugan comes in. He pulls beautifully for a single. It's a good shot. Sorry, they get back for the second, and the 50 is up for Karawaki Fleming. You may hear the support and praise from his teammates and the spectators around the tea room. That is the first ever 50 for Alistair Karawaki Fleming, just in his second game, of course. Younger brother of Kendall. Kendall not captaining today, not available, but I'm sure wherever he's watching this from would have enjoyed seeing his brother contribute, and he'll want to continue contributing, this time nailing the ball straight. Good straight hit. Yeah, just bangs it straight down the ground. We've talked about the quick outfield here at Sano. No chance of limiting that boundary. So could just get away from Mongolia here. This over's already proved to be expensive. This time, chance, but would have been a fabulous catch. Fleming absolutely smacked it through covers. An outstretched hand from the Mongolian fielder managed to take all the pace out of it, but would have left a red mark too. Certainly saved boundary 4. Sabarich back on strike. And does he play for it? He was playing for a late cut. Perhaps got it a bit finer than what he had wanted, but 4 runs nonetheless. And the boundaries continue here for Japan. .200 score definitely now achievable. 12 balls to come. Japan will be looking for 210, 220. Certainly a ruthless over that last one. 17 runs coming from it. Karawaki Fleming continues his good run of form, carrying this one, just doesn't get very high at all and completely misses it, but it's going to go through for buys, 2 buys. Just kept low. Don't know what Mohan did then, whether he just certainly not much bounce from, didn't get high at all. Mohan Vivekanandan. This is swatted for 4 runs. Yeah, found the gap well. Was perhaps just a little short. Good turn though here from Mohan. Be happy with the turn he's getting out there, but just too short. And well, Fleming was onto it quickly. Swats it for 4 runs. He's up to 60 now. He's catching his partner up. Sabarish this time comes down the wicket, plays again out to that mid-wicket region. A lot of running and work done by those fielders down there. Just a quick word between batters here, Fleming and Ravichandran. Finishing this game well for their team. Over 100 partnership between them both. Both have their 50s. Played down to long off, who's well in off the boundary. The only lapse really in the innings has perhaps been a couple of players not getting off the mark and the run out for Japan, but another good posting here, another great score. It's going to be 200 plus. They'll be happy with that. They started a lot slower this innings compared to previous games. Well, after being slapped for the 4, he's come back well here. Has Mohan. Can he finish here well? 200 is up for Japan. Comes down the wicket again. Deep mid-wicket, having to do a lot of work out there. It's been a tiring 20 overs, 19 overs, 1 to go. You may see some children perhaps playing out there on ground 2. Perhaps a have a go type festival day, drawing visitors to Sano to see the beautiful ground. Temperature is absolutely perfect, 27 degrees. Still a breeze, so comfortable playing conditions for the players. Final over, given to the captain to bowl it for Mongolia. Well, no real attempt there from long off to try and take that on the full. Just happy to take it on the bounce. Dean Bogan. Final over for him. 1 for 29 is figures currently. This has been Sky chance mid-off and no. Never really committed greatly. You could see it with the technique. Got into good position, but never looked comfortable in taking that catch. And well, another 2 runs to the total for Japan. One of the deliveries that Sabarish hasn't hit out of the screws. This time he goes to lap and does it in a very classy manner. 4 runs. Just showing his class and an assortment of shots Sabo has. this time. He moves late. That's what I liked about it. He went quite late. Bowler didn't have the time to change his length of delivery. And, well, no effort needed in the shot. It's all about timing. Timed it perfectly for 4 runs. Good shot. 208 on the board. 3 balls remaining. This comes off a rather thickish edge. I think he was trying to play for a cut. But whether he intended that specifically, who knows? Only Sabo himself. But let's have a look at the replay. He gave himself room, and yeah, looks like he was hitting over the covers and got a thickish edge out for 4 runs. Again, flying across this fast Sano outfield. 212 on the board now. 2 balls remaining. Under real pressure is Ndembogan. And this time misses out on the lap and gives Alistair Karawaki an overthrow. I was going to say it'll give Alistair a chance to finish the innings, but it'll be left to Savarish. Alistair can be quite content and just resting his bat. 65 not out. Not a bad way to start your international career in what is only his second game. Savarish, well, can he finish on 90 not out? He'll be certainly going for the maximum. Comes down the wicket. It's good length, really, from the bowler, limiting the batter to get under it, and will control it for 2 runs. And this will end the Japan's innings, 216 for 3. Again, a pretty brilliant scorecard for Japan. They didn't start this game as quick as previous matches, but yet again, they push above their 200 total, which will be a mountain to climb for the Mongolian team. Please do join us in around 15 minutes for the chase. We hope you're enjoying coverage today. Please do subscribe to the channel or through our social media outlets on Instagram, X, and Facebook. We'll see you in around 12 minutes' time. Welcome back to Sano International Cricket Ground. We hope you enjoy the broadcast today. This is the chase for Mongolia, chasing 217 for victory. Japan winning the toss, electing to bat. It's going to be a formidable score for Mongolia to chase down, but they've improved from match to match. We welcome viewers throughout the Indian subcontinent on fan code, or if you're watching via YouTube channel, please subscribe. Japan Cricket's across all social media platforms, including X, Instagram, and Facebook. A lot of content upcoming. We've got the Japan Premier Women's League next weekend. We have around, I believe, 10, perhaps 12 foreign players being brought in from South Africa and Australia, perhaps England, Sri Lanka. So some quality female cricketers coming from around the world to be part of that series, the Japan Women's Premier League. Back here, though, Mongolia, well, they had their best game, I guess, of the series this morning. They batted 18 of their 20 overs, only managing 43 runs. But nonetheless, they batted 18 overs. So for them to start the first day just batting 12 overs and then 8 overs the following game, well, it's a success. Starting to become used to the extra speed, perhaps the bounce or turn of the Japanese bowlers. They will be ranked around 40 points lower than Japan when they do hit the rankings. This is Kifa, first ball of the innings from Kifa Yamamoto Lake and from the mountain end. Big, tall Australian-Japanese player out of Perth. Perhaps his father, Craig, will be watching, or the grandparents I got to meet earlier. Lovely people from Australia. If you're tuned in, hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Enjoying Kifa bowling from the mountain end here on a pleasant Japanese day. 26, 27 degrees, but it's not humid. It's not too humid, and there's a breeze, so it's comfortable for the players. Once we start seeing cricket being played in June, July, August, well, then the humidity hits you hard here in Japan. And high temperatures and around 35s, well, it's tough playing cricket in the middle of the summer here in Japan. Kifa Yamamoto Lake in for his third delivery, just inside that wide line, so no problem there. Gumball just wanting to continue for where he left off the first game this morning. He played well. He faced a fair number of balls and just sort of gave a little bit of a foundation to that Mongolian total. Even though it's only 43, well, he probably provided 10 to 15 of those runs. Spooned out and falls just short of mid-wicket. And an effort in the end, getting on the ground, trying to dive for the catch, but wasn't to be, and Gumbold survives. Yamamoto Lake in, and this will be ruled wide. Doesn't mind bowling short of length, does Yamamoto Lake. This one just straying a bit. He's got a couple of slips in. Goji at first slip, and Savarish at second slip. Cut point, cover, mid-off. All on the circle as his mid-wicket. and short fine leg for the Japan team. This is a good ball that just sort of shapes away. Charlie Hines, the youngster with the ball there. I certainly see him in action. Very impressive left armour. Again, another Australian-Japanese player. Taniyama in today's game, I'm sure we'll see his. We'll see his skills later on as well. Whether he bowls in the power play or not. To the captain for today, it's Sakurano Thomas. Usually Kendo Karawaki Fleming, unavailable for the rest of the series here. Japan won't mind that. They have plenty of depth to cover and are dominating Mongolia in terms of the series. So it's a good opportunity for some of the younger players, perhaps borderline players in that 11, to have an opportunity to get their name down into the squad that will tour South Korea in September. I believe that's the next time Japan will travel abroad. An important competition in Ichien, near Seoul, where we will see Japan, South Korea, Indonesia and the Philippines compete. The Seoul winner going through to the next stage, perhaps taking on Papua New Guinea and perhaps also Vanuatu. The winner going through the World Cup. Last time it happened, it was Papua New Guinea. Good start here from Kato Stafford. It was Papua New Guinea who went through, and it'll be a joy to watch them in the upcoming T20 World Cup. Papua New Guinea alongside New Zealand, Afghanistan, Uganda and the West Indies in terms of their group pool. I'm sure Japan Cricket will be cheering them on as fellow member of East Asia Pacific. Kato Stafford, good ball. This one just shaping back into the batsman. He can bring it back in and take it away. Reminds me of Trent Boult out of New Zealand. Very, very good T20 cricketer, as in Test bowler is Boult, but with the ability to bring it back into the pads and also take it away from the batsman. If you're disciplined with your line, it becomes very difficult to play for any batter. Gumbold on strike, and Mr. Fiends. Yeah, his first game this morning, Gumbold scored 12. So, somewhat of flying the flag for his country, showing some fight. He was there for 32 balls, so definitely the highest score on this of the series for a Mongolian batsman. What can he do here? Can he continue in developing his game? This one's gone down leg and goes to swipe it, but it's probably just his bat's more horizontal rather than vertical. Really, that ball just needing to get something on it or glance away for 4 runs if you're able to do so. But playing a cross-bat shot, less percentage, and be able to actually hit the ball at the pace that Kato Stafford's bowling. Good start here from the left armour. This one, chance, surely, and no. I guess mid-wickets up close, attacking, and perhaps what would usually be down mid-on's throat. Different field setting. Two slips in for Kato Stafford. Perhaps this one he'll look to take it away, heading out towards that first slip area. Hold him. What a delivery. Straight through, and Namsrai, well, plays around it and goes between bat and pad. Great to see those bails flying for Kato Stafford. He would have enjoyed that, even given he didn't really put up much of a celebration. Let's see if we get a JCA replay on that one. But yeah, wonderful delivery. Too good for the batsman. And Kato Stafford targeting the stumps, bringing it back nicely and clean bowled. First wicket falls for Mongolia. 3 runs on the board and 2 overs done. Sakurano in from the mountain end. The 3rd over here. Gumbold on strike. He's faced 10 balls now. He's taken the majority of the strike in the innings. Bowled him. Nice full outswinger, taking out leg. Sorry, off stump. And a wicket falls there. Mongolia lose their second. It's a good start for Japan. We do have a replay. We just missed that, but yeah, Sakurano starting on a straight line and taking out off stump. They won't want a collapse of what we saw the other day, game 2, where they really did collapse, all out for 12. Just the 8.2 overs, so a bit of a fight back needed here from Mongolia. 2 down. Sakurano Thomas with another 4 balls remaining, and umpire just using the batters back there to make sure that stump's solid in the ground. Final check from Thurgate. I know he's just giving, the batsman a stance. So 3rd over here. Sakurano Thomas comes in, another straight one, and batsman does well to keep it out. Just not the greatest of techniques, but does enough with the bat to keep it out, keep the good ones out. And yeah, they just need to form a little partnership here, these two. They can't fall over. They've got to show some fight. It's not easy, but it will certainly improve their cricket. Each little step they take, so they can gain some confidence. This is just perhaps dropped. Yeah, went quickly. And somebody's probably a little bit disappointed with himself that he didn't get it. The reason it went quickly is that the batsman just sort of backed away and played a pretty straight bat, angled, but it flew to Sabarish and in and out. But we talked about, even in a one-sided victory, Japan will be having their goals, their standards, and they'll be disappointed with that, will Sabarish. This is aimed at the stumps, and it's gone through to the keeper. Missed everything, bat and stumps. Good series of balls here from Sakurano Thomas. Erden Bogan. Well, he just needs to weather the storm, get through it, try and get the body behind the ball. And a wide from Sakurano Thomas, and a costly one. 5. Just looking at the replay here. And just very much too straight was going on into, so just the wrong line there from Sakurano Thomas. 4 or 5 very much needed runs for Mongolia's total. 2 down, just the third over. Final ball of it, and beats the bat again through to the keeper. And good carry. Good to see Patmore taking balls reverse cup style. It shows his good carry on the wicket. And as I say, I'm sure fast bowlers will like that. Kubota in the team. We'll see him bowl later on. Yeah, the pace bowlers, there's real depth growing in the squad. Kiefer Yamamoto Lake and Kazuma Kato Stafford. Ryan Drake back, not in the series. Sakurano Thomas is a good bunch, and same with the spinners. Japan really creating some depth in their team over the past 12 months. They should go to Korea with a lot of confidence in a squad that will hopefully be good enough to win and qualify for the next round, or stage 2. Really looking forward to this year's World Cup, of course, being held in the West Indies, and seeing 20 teams is perhaps one of the great. Just backing away a bit to Kubota here, laid out to point. Yeah, just seeing 20 teams internationally. So we see the likes in one group of Canada and USA playing each other. India, Pakistan as well. What a ripper that'll be. I think that might be the game in New York. So, yeah, just great to see the number of teams. Kubota just following the body here. The batsman's just backing away a little bit, and Kubota's just honing in. Perhaps we'll keep backing him away and then hone one in on off stump. He is attacking the stumps here though, Kubota. Good way to bowl. At least confident batter, and batter does well there. Playing a defensive shot out to point. Can Mongolia get up to the 50 today? 43 being their best. Was earlier this morning. Kubota getting nice bounce out of this wicket. And the shot, it was short enough, but I'd love to see it go. Big cut shot over point there. Going aerial over point would have perhaps been the better selection. It was quite a wide ball. Even if the ability to just swipe at this out to mid off. Single taken. And good single from Mongolia. Calling early, running through. Partner was trusting. Perhaps that's how Mongolia should perhaps approach this game. That'll run away, will it? Yes, 4 runs. Let's have a look at the replay here. The JCA replay. And Cabalta, well, he's been bowling well. But this, wow. What do you call that shot? Not intended. 4 runs the result, though. Valuable runs for Mongolia. They're up to 14 now for their 4 overs. Really would like to see them try and crack that 50 runs for their team. Just a little goal, some building of confidence. Japan has been totally dominant in the series, winning the previous 4 games. One game was abandoned. That game that was abandoned, Japan had actually put 253 on the board, thanks to Kendall's 45 and Benjamin's 47 and Koji's 80. That got them up to what would have been their highest score, but the game didn't count as it was abandoned soon after Mongolia began batting. Back here, Charlie, back on stroke, turned around the corner. They have a short, fine leg. 45 degrees, yeah, typical field setting when Charlie Hines is bowling. He just asks a half question, no real support from Patmore. Must have been grabbed something off the bat. This is straight in front, yeah, waiting for the finger to go up there. Quicker one from Charlie, and yet another wicket for the young man. And doesn't he continue to impress here in Japan? Comes a quick one, stays low, goes through and hit, and a good decision from Thurgate. Mongolia lose their 3rd wicket. We're still in the 5th over. Sorry, just lost you there for a minute, but another appeal turned down from Thurgate. He had to think a bit harder about that one, but in the end, enough doubt. But a great over from Charlie. Again, he takes a wicket in his first over. Mongolia struggling at 14 for 3, 5 overs down. Ibi Takahashi into the attack for Japan. A very experienced bowler is Ibi. Turns a bit short from him, and well played shot from Armament. He moves on to 6. Takahashi has mid on in close in the form of Sakurano Thomas. He has one slip. Looks to be Koji Hargrave Abe. It's a great line there. He's just almost targeting Alex Patmore's gloves in terms of the line, the turn that he's getting. The batsman's going to be fully aware here whether to go forward or back early, and ideally use his feet to stem the danger of the turn. This is full enough. He's able to get through, hits through the covers, hits well, or push hard for 2 running, and it's 4 runs. Great effort out in the outfield there from Japan, but a lovely shot. And what a great boundary for Mongolia. Full outside off, and he just steps across, and lovely drive, lovely shot. Han will like the feel of that. Could this be the beginning of a partnership here? They really need one. A loose ball from Takahashi, not usual from him. This will be an interesting ball that he comes back with. He might just hurry one through, target the off stump. He's had a very good JPL. Man of the match was Takahashi in the JPL final, taking 4 for and scoring a not out, perhaps 28. Anyway, turns it around the corner, runs hard. The first one will come back for a second, and almost looking, in the end, just the one taken, was it? Oh, that didn't miss by much, and the batsman, well, he had not yet made a decision whether to go forward or back for that. It's got to be a bit more positive this time, does so. An over full of excitement from Takahashi. The 6 coming off it. 20 for 3, 6 gone. The power play is finished. The score of 217 is probably going to be unattainable for the Mongolian team. They'll be having other goals to aim for, probably that of scoring over 50 runs or batting their 20 overs. They came close in the last game. They batted 18 overs, making 43. Taniyama Makoto comes into the attack for Japan from the mountain end. This will be a good battle, and it'll be good to see him bowl here, extract some spin out of this wicket. Batsman does well to use feet and just come down and defend. Ideally, if the batsman can get close to the pitch of the ball, it negates the spin factor. Otherwise, first slip might be in contention here. This one's just short from Taniyama. Single taken. Mongolia, these two have worked well together, just continually turning over the strike. Taniyama floats one up. He's swatted. Has he got it all? No, he doesn't. It is caught by Savarish Ravichandran, who was camped out there deep mid-wicket, and Taniyama takes another international wicket. Just really doesn't get all of it. does the batsman, and unfortunately for Mongolia, the fourth wicket falls with just 21 on the board. Taniyama continues from the mountain end. It's a good length ball, that one, and shy at the stumps, home safely. Looks to be Otgombaya for Mongolia, the new batter to the wicket. Off the mark straight away. It's good. Well, second ball faced, sorry. Taniyama's first over comes to an end. Just having a look at Makoto Taniyama's figures for the series. He's bowled 5 overs over the 4 matches. He has taken 5 wickets for 2 runs. It shows you how lethal he has been, Tani. But in terms of the wicket takers, well, he's on 5 where he has 3 other bowlers that are on 10. Charlie Hines, Kato Stafford, and Erdem Bugan all have 10 wickets. Kohei Kubota, well, where does he stand on the wicket list? Smashed a chance, half. No, it's going to fall safely. Mid wicket and deep square. Neither had a chance to make the ground to take the catch. So doesn't go down as a chance. Otgombaya on strike. Goes to slash at it, but in the end leaves it alone, and it just almost travels through at a pretty low height for Kubota. He's a tall guy, tall lad, and plays his cricket for Wyverns Cricket Club. This is being caught by number 70, looking like Benjamin Ito Davis. And let's have a look at the replay here. Well, Kubota is just a bit short, turned onto the onside, but turned straight to mid-wicket, who in the end comfortably takes it. Sorry, that is Kifa Yamamoto Lake taking the catch. What am I saying? Comfortable in the end. The 5th wicket, half the team are done here at Sano. Japan 5 wickets away from completing the match, and another one in their favour. looking at a 5-0 win if they can continue this form. Anyway, for Mongolia, can they continue to bat? Can they bat another 13, 12 and a bit overs? Take that as a small victory in itself up against a strong Japanese team ranked 40 places roughly above them, depending on which cricket app you look at. Good ball from Gibraltar, getting some bounce out of this wicket. Just bending his back a bit more and letting the wicket talk, whacking it in. Can occasionally get some inconsistent bounce. Haven't really seen that this weekend, but perhaps last weekend. It's a good strategy. This one he's gone, that's a slower variation. And, the batsman perhaps saw it or just played it on its merit and easily defended for no run. 8 overs done here. Japan on their way to victory. Remind you that tomorrow's match gets underway at 11 a.m. I will just confirm that. Yes, tomorrow's match begins at 11 a.m. The final match of the series. The games have been very similar in the context of the result. Japan generally scoring between sort of 200 and 230, and then Mongolia being bowled out cheaply. Kifa Yamamoto Lake into attack for Japan. And at a good position on the batsman, aiming for that badge. Yeah, if you're going to bowl short, it's got to be well directed. That ball was from Yamamoto Lake. Not easy for the batsman here, facing this pace, and this one just outside off. Fuller ball from Yamamoto Lake. Mongolia struggling at 27 for 5. Target beyond reach, really, but it's about other little goals for them, little things they can check off. The first would be scoring 50 or batting 20 overs as a team. Yamamoto Lake, this one's just honing in on middle stump, and the batsman does well just to clamp down, defend it, spills out to square. Breezy conditions here at Sano, quite a strong wind blowing from the right of your camera to the bottom left. The breeze coming across Yamamoto Lake might help his outswingers. Example. Yeah, it's a bit short though, and it's been ruled wide. Yeah, it was close call, but they do call it the umpire's line. Lake not shy of bowling short, back of length to the bowler, to the batsman. Not an easy bowler to face at all if you don't like short deliveries. Again, another one that's up around sort of waist, chest height. He'll be a tired lad, Yamamoto Lake. He's played a lot of cricket in the last 3 weeks. It's the Futures League, and there was the Japan Premier League, and now this international series. So he's been playing a fair bit of cricket the last month. Japan team manages their players, though. They do rest and rotate them. End of the over for Kifa. It was a great JPL, Japan Premier League tournament last weekend. 5 regional teams going at it. In what was edition number 9, we saw players from throughout the world travel and play in it. A lot from out of Australia, uh, but other countries as well. And, a professional, Josh Brown. We're talking Brisbane Heat now. Melbourne Renegades. Josh Brown played an incredible semi-final and final in the Big Bash last year, winning it for his team, Brisbane. But yeah, we saw his expertise on show for 3 days. Sakurano Thomas back with the ball in hand, and Vivin Kundra goes to swipe him without success. Yeah, so Josh Brown certainly was a entertaining show for 3 days. One game here on ground number 1, he hit 13 sixes. That's always good to see. He hit a couple of them. A couple of them came off this bowler, Sakurano Thomas. This time, though, it's a different opposition for the bowler. He sneaks through for a single, and will bring Narambata on strike. Sakurano Thomas in from the mountain end, beating the bat and going the other way. You could see there it came into inside of Pat Moore's gloves. He's done a good job behind the stumps as always. Very good gloveman is Alex Shirai Pat Moore, and we may see him in South Korea later this year. It'll be a good tournament and a good test of how far Japan have come in cricket. Philippines perhaps will offer the strongest opposition. Japan comfortably beating South Korea, and they beat the Philippines last year as well in 2 games against both nations. Indonesia, be interesting to see the strides they've made. Sakurano Thomas in for his 5th delivery. Again, honing in and off stump, not missing by much. Indonesia, alongside Japan, have recently joined the ACC in terms of tournament play and pathways, which is great to see. It will definitely improve the quality and quantity of cricket for Japan and Indonesia playing in those Asian competitions. Final ball of the over here. No, commentator's curse. Not for the first time. Sakurano just getting that wrong, and we'll have to bowl another. Yeah, so Japan being part of ACC now, their under-19s, their women's and men's teams, also tournaments played for that region of cricket, and a good finish for Sakurano of the over. It's 30 for 5 here after 11. 9 overs remain. The score is beyond Mongolia, but they will continue to try and strive in terms of batting the allotment, batting the remaining 9 overs, or perhaps posting a score above 50, 60. So we'll wait and see. Ibi Takahashi will continue for Japan. Just looking at some comments on YouTube complaining about the standard of Mongolian cricket. Well, you've all got to start somewhere. Who knows where they'll be in the future. Their game just developing. It's great to see them with this opportunity. Following it, they will get an ICC ranking, and then they will have something to measure themselves against. Who knows how it may take off within the country. Love seeing successes of fellow countries in the region. Nepal being one. An amazing following of fans for Nepal cricket, going from strength to strength. Maybe Takahashi, this one he just pushes it straight through, and looking to give it a good rip is Ibi Takahashi, getting big turn in this morning's game, purposeful setup. This one he just strays down leg and just drags it down. Just making sure the scorers were aware of that signal. Takahashi dishes up a wide one, but with plenty of spin. Foolish delivery from him. He just eases up on his pace. Just searching for that right line for that amount of turn. That's it right there. Great delivery. You'd love a little back pad in there on the off. Maybe leg side for him. And he's getting some good turn out here on the wicket. This one he gets just a seamer straight through and over. 31, still just a 5 down, so spending a bit of time out there, these two batters, both all coming up 20 balls each, being in the middle. A lot of runs scored between them, but as I say, their target maybe to bat 20 overs. No doubt they'd push a bit harder if they were still together after 18 or so, but at the moment, 8 overs to go. They don't want a further collapse. Just playing sensibly here for their team, really. And with each ball, they will learn from themselves and their opposition. Change of bowler down the mountain end. It's back to Kato Stafford, the left armour. Starts on a brilliant line just outside off. Koji Hargrave Arbaby excited standing there at first slip, seeing a ball such as that. He will be in the action. Batsman just a little hesitant and going forward or back to shots. It's typical of a country being new to cricket. Again, batsman not really going forward or back, just standing solid, and Kato Stafford taking advantage of that just on a really good length. Mohan coming down just to talk to his partner, Narambata. Probably telling him, just don't worry. Don't have to play a release shot, a risky shot. Let's just play out this over. If we can't score off it, be happy with the dot ball. Don't throw your wicket away. Let's try and bat through these 20 overs. Continued progression for the Mongolian team. Japan, well, they'll want another 5 wickets. They'll want to go home early. Kato Stafford. And again, this one is a shorter one. Be interesting. No call of wide. Travelled over the batsman's body. And 4:41 local time, 20-5. It's dark, probably around 5:30, 6 o'clock now, approaching summer. No daylight saving in the country. Could Koji be in action here at first slip? Kato Stafford. Another good line length. I believe Kato Stafford's around 17 years of age. Real talent. Again, an Australian-Japanese player who's come over for, again, a month or so, playing in various tournaments, making the most of his time in Japan, and for Japan cricket to give opportunities of play and to observe. And 4 runs will be the result. And wow, beat the keeper. Let's have a look at the replay. Another delicious delivery from Kato Stafford. God, just edged and flew away. Yep, great, Great result for Mongolia. Not intended at all. Heartbreaking for Kato Stafford. Could have easily flown into the gloves or the hands at first slip, but 4 runs the result. Mongolia climbed to 35 for 5. 7 remaining. Can they add another 15 runs off these overs? 50. It's not the run rate that's the problem. It's more the ability for that lower order to come in and just score some runs, not come and go cheaply, try and work hard, not give any easy dismissal, perhaps not look for boundary shots, more just using the pace of the ball or spin to nurdle it round. Example there, Charlie Hines into a second over. Using spin here, it comes off the edge, will run away. Don't know if it'll make it all the way. Sabarish has a long chase out here, but he'll drag it back in for 2 runs. Mohan continues to do a good job here for his team. Some of these Mongolian batsmen have just a little bit more confidence in what is now game 6 of the series. The previous 5 games, they've just suddenly grow in confidence or get used to pace and turn of the bowlers. Perhaps just getting some cricket. I don't know when the season begins or ends in Mongolia, but they might be just beginning their season as well over there. Yeah, defensive-minded here, and for good reason, Mohan. Just happy to see Hines perhaps off and target another bowler. Oh, this could be, full safely. They'll push for 2. One ball remaining off the wide, so still on strike for his team. Comes forward, and that is over. 14 gone. Mongolia, well, is this the best result of the series for them coming up? Previous high score for them has been 43. Surely they'll get to that. They have 6 overs remaining. 18 overs, the previous best in terms of their batting. How long it's lasted. So small little wins here, small victories for Mongolia in what has been a landslide victory of a series to Japan. Following this, it will be 5-0 in terms of the series. Japan proving far too strong, but have created a new friendship and connection with cricket in Mongolia. I'm sure Mongolia would love to have any up-and-coming Japanese cricketers who want to play over there. So it's amazing the opportunities afforded to you in sport. Taniyama back in for his third. Having just gone for 4 runs of his previous 13 balls. Taniyama leg spinner, but also he's got a top spinner. This top spinner often gets wickets from shots that are skied. Just surprise the batsman with a bit more bounce. He's got a wrong in. Is he brave enough to bowl it? What's he going to do here? Taniyama, lovely piece of leg spin bowling. They've asked the question and they're pretty confident it's been given. Gone. Stumped. Makoto Taniyama, another international wicket for him. Let's have a look here. Lovely delivery. You're happy with these ones. Just pitches, turns. Big turn. Batsman out of his crease. Simple work here for Shudai Patmore. Wicket falls, 6 down. Taniyama continues. Now, they're pretty good length ball, but fuller than what he'd want. Batsman able to negate the spin, getting forward. Taniyama 2 for 5. 2 balls remain. Oh, batsman just defends, but it gets aerial, and for a moment there, Taniyama thought he was in with a caught and bowled, just falling short. Just a different angle here from our cameraman. Done a good job today. Taniyama coming in, and it's turning all right for him. Pitched down leg, but straightened. Would have gone on to hit leg. And good over again from Taniyama. Charlie Hines back into action and gets it to grip and turn. Slowed the speed right down there. This one goes on, but it'll be wide. Another extra to the Mongolian total. They inch closer to that 50 mark as a team. That'll be a bit of a milestone for them. Punched through the extras, shy, and in the end, the fielder was a little disappointed, but he's gone. The keeper's done enough. I think the release of the throw, the fielder wasn't happy with where it finished up, but keeper got the gloves to it, Patmore, took the bails off and decided out, run out. So a bit of a shame for the Mongolians. Another wicket falls. It is 7 down now. 15.2 overs. Can they bat their full 20? 3 wickets remain. Can they get up to 50 runs? Charlie Hines to continue. So, in the end, Taniyama combined with Patmore to create that run out. And the new batsman comes to the crease. Playing a miss there. Ball not missing off stump by too much. Charlie continuing to attack those wickets. this is slashed through the covers. Batsmen will be running 1, 2, and that'll be enough. Batsman defends, but that is a big shout and gone. Yeah, looked plumb, really. It just looked like it was going to take out middle and leg. Let's have a look at the replay. The umpire didn't have to think too hard about this one. Yeah, it was a full ball and deserved wicket there for Charlie. Another one to his name. He's having a great series. He's probably pushed up into that top position of having taken 11 wickets. I'll check that later on in terms of the series, the stats. But I believe Charlie may be leading that ladder now. Final ball of his over, the third over of his spell, 2 for 7. Mohan continues to stay there for 12. His 12 has come off 26 balls, but he's done a good job for his team. Can he guide them to above 50? One just hurried on by Charlie, but batsman survives. End of the over, 43 for 8. 4 overs remain. Tumirisk is the new batsman. Can they play out these 4 overs, Mongolia? Take some sort of positive out of this game, an improvement. They sit equal on their highest score of the series thus far. That's 43. They have 2 wickets in hand. Can Mohan just get a couple of shots out of the middle, get them up over to 50? I think they'll just be, a little bit more content, happy with their performance or their improvements made over the past 5 games. Yamamoto Lake into the attack. And, the thought of a single taken in the end. Perhaps rather than trying to hit front of the wicket, they can use the pace of Yamamoto Lake and just look to turn him behind square or guide him down to third man ramp if it's a short ball. This will come, it's over the cover backtracking will save the boundary. It's Taniyama out there, but 2 runs will be picked up. And they on to 45 now, Mongolia. Heading towards 50. All that can change with 2 balls, 2 wickets here. They're all done. But a little target here for Mohan. Vivekanandan. Can he take them through? Picks out the fielder. Oh, surely a run was taken. Yeah, it was. I think they're just a bit hesitant in terms of setting off. They comfortably cross for a single. As that total just 4 shy of 50 now. A team milestone, perhaps. A weak one in the context of cricket, but, well, it's all about improvement here for Mongolia. Oh, short ball and got the periscope up to the batsman. Or just raising the bat. In the end, was it off the handle or glove? Full safely. question here, calling glove, came off the glove, and did it fly out to be caught? I don't believe so, but back to the action. Yamamoto Lake, 2 deliveries left. This might spill out to no, just inches away from point. No run. Mongolia survive. It's like a test match here. They've got 3 overs to score 4 runs, get up to 50. How can they handle this? Timurisk is facing the pace of Yamamoto Lake. Can he use it to his advantage? Example here, turn behind square, pushes hard for the first one, and yeah, they'll settle. Good 2 taken there. 17 overs done. 48 runs on the board. Can Mongolia get up to that 50? They certainly have time. They've got 18 balls remaining. Japan, what will their goal be? I guess to bowl them out. Don't let them bat their 20. Try and finish it now. Perhaps a goal of theirs is to keep them within the 50. We won't know, but 12 balls remaining. Kuhei Kubota comes in. It's a slower ball and will just land over mid-off's reach. It's Ibi Takahashi, and it wasn't too far. Kubota taking all the pace out of the ball, being hit, and I think he thought that was a wicket there, was Kubota-san. He's just just out of reach of Takahashi. 50 up for Mongolia. 2 runs taken. Well done. A small win for them this time. Falling short of Takahashi. It's comical. One over his head, one short of his feet. Perhaps the next one might be down his throat. But great to see Mongolia up to 51 runs now. A small victory in terms of their cricket, their development. Their second goal, another goal perhaps, batting the 20. Batting the 20 overs and 15 balls away. Kubota targeting the stumps here. Beats the bat, and you always like to see that from a pace bowler. Mongolia will return home after the series, hopefully for the better for it. They will then enter the ICC rankings, the criteria of having to play 7 games. Oh, caught, taken, yeah. Oh, appeal, surely, caught behind. The appeal, nothing given. I think Patmore is a little bit miffed. It certainly looked to me like it carried, and the glove, when he took it on the ground, the glove was up, the ball was in the air. To me, it looked like straightforward. But, well, maybe a life for Mongolia, much needed one. They continue. Final over. Sorry, 2 overs to come. The death overs in T20 cricket. Sakurano Thomas will bowl one of them from the mountain end. Be looking to target the stumps there. Bowl full and straight, perhaps. That one being an example. Ball one, just outside the leg stump. Sorry, off stump, not by much. Can Mongolia survive another 11 balls? This one a shorter one. Through to the keeper's gloves. 10 balls remain in the innings. And I just see there's been an adjustment in the score there. On your camera, you will see on your picture 49 for 8. So, yeah, hit through covers. This will be a chase, but they'll drag it back in. See Yamamoto Lake out there deep. And as the sun sets here in Sano, it's just casting shadows across the ground. Just after 5 local time. 3 balls remaining in Sakurano's over. The 50 is up for Mongolia. That's the good news for their team. They did get there. Caught and bowled chance, put down. Hit straight back, and Sakurano, well, he doesn't drop too many. But that one will go down as a drop. Hit straight back. Reacted quickly to get the ball, but reverse cup style, or more side on, it just seemed to drop after making contact. Mongolia keep another wicket. Can they bat these 20 overs? Sakurano Thomas in from the mountain end. Inside edge. This will carry for... No, there is cover down there from fine leg. It's at probably a 45 degree angle, but does well to get round as Kubota. And more runs to the Mongolian total. I think they'll be feeling, even though they've lost the series and lost every game, they've certainly improved from being bowled out for 12 runs to now putting 52 on the board. So small victory for them. Sakurano Thomas looking to finish his over here. Straight and edged out to cover. No run and into the over. 1 to go here at Sano. And one perhaps really important one for the mindset of the Mongolian team. If they can survive 6 balls here, have batted 20 overs, put 50 on the board, then what a vast improvement that is from being all out for 12 runs just three days ago. Great batting performance here from Mohan Vikanandan. He really has done a great job for his team. This will be the high score of the total. High score of the Mongolian batsmen's totals. He's done really well here. It's just a bit of a shining light for his team that it is possible. This time he slashes again. It's over mid-off. It's gone for 4 runs. Great shot. Mohan delivering for his team. That'll push him up to 25. And he just cleared his front leg. And his hit cut off Stafford. Over mid-off for 4 runs. Perhaps 2 bounces before it crossed the line. But 25 now from Mohan. What a great little innings he's played today. This time he tries to swat at it. It was ruled a wide. Variation ball from Kato Stafford. A slow ball. Pretty well disguised, but the execution, how it came out of the hand, wasn't perfect. Good to practice these things in a series where you can afford to. The win straightforward here for Japan. Bowled him, got him, leg stump. Kato Stafford picks up another wicket. He has 2 for 10 now. And you'll see that JCA replay just running in here from the school end. It's got that lovely action and just the top of leg stump. So misses out, does Mohan on that one, but what an innings he played for his team. Really impressive. And I tell you, when they go out for dinner tonight, Mongolia, I'm sure they'll be happy with the contribution he's made as a player today. He's got them up almost half their runs, but got them up over 50 runs and heading towards 60 now. 3 balls remain, and they push up to 60. Kato Stafford, well, he'll just want to finish it. He will be bowling and targeting the base of those 3 wickets. Comes in. Well, he finished the game here for Japan. It's nice short line on that through to the keeper. Yeah, lovely delivery from Kato Stafford, finishing this game off well for Japan. It'll be another convincing victory here. Perhaps around 160, 150 plus runs. How does Mongolia finish? Can they get another 3? Can they get up to 60? Sumia, the new batter, on strike, and Sumia just pushing. Tumersk is keen to get on strike, having faced 9 balls, but just a little conversation here from Sumia saying, let's not be nuts. Let's face this one more. We therefore have faced the allotment of 20 overs. Something perhaps was a goal set by the team. Final delivery here from Kato Stafford, and it's just defended. It was spilled down to third man. Sabarish Ravichandran will return the throw. 1 run will be taken, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the game. Japan, well, dominant again in game 6 of the series. I'll quickly run through the scorecard. It started with Japan batting didn't start great for the Japanese batsmen, but Shirai Patmore's 34 before falling. It was then left up to Sabarish Ravichandran and Alistair Karawaki Fleming. Sabarish putting on 86 and Alistair 65, both unbeaten. So really setting a good score for Japan in terms of the bowling. Well, perhaps it was the pick would have been Mohan Vivekanandan, and then it was the change of innings. Japan were in the field, while Mongolia, well, again, wickets fell at the top. Probably the best of them all was Mohan. As I mentioned, his 25 of 40 balls, a real linchpin for the team. Had some support from Timulen Amamande, and otherwise not much else. 14 extras from Japan, but I got Mongolia up to a score of 58, their highest in the series thus far. So some small learnings for them and improvements. They lost the game by 158 runs, but as I say, they're making improvements and progress day by day. Game 7, the final game of the series, is due to start tomorrow. The weather forecast is good. Please do join us at 11 a.m, an earlier start to the game. We hope you've enjoyed today's coverage. Just wrapping up quickly with the bowling from Japan. Taniyama's 2 for 5. Charlie Hines is 2 for 7. Kazuma Kato Stafford 2 for 11. They each shared 2 wickets apiece, having bowled 3 overs each, were all the picks. But perhaps today's game, well, if we can just spare a thought for Mongolia, they've improved. They batted 20 overs. They put on 50 plus runs. So let's hope they can take that one better by improving again tomorrow. We hope you do join us. Good afternoon.